A chick tried to pay me with freaking food stamps. I was gonna watch this video by myself, but I was like, why not watch it with y'all and then do a little story time at the end? So before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel and then click on the bell notification so you'll be notified whenever I post. But press and play.
If this government shutdown continues and food stamps are not available for the month of November, you have to listen to what these people are ready to do. My goodness.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like
I'm not laughing at nobody.
I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the fuck off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit. Trump, if you want,
if you get caught, they can use this.
Oh, it's gonna happen before my kids go broke in this bitch like Jock. I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card. As soon as that bitch say ain't no pending balance on there, I'm going to walk the fuck out. And I'm gonna have one of my cousins with me that'll punch your ass so hard you gonna think a Jet 2 holiday hit your bitch. If you think I ain't finna walk out that stuff. And please follow me to that car if you feeling mother. You ain't gonna make it back to your mother position at that Walmart store. I'm telling you.
You heard her, they're about to start looting.
Y'all think I got money and shit? I don't, because all your fraud and stealing and inheritance and all that shit. I have no fucking money. I'm barely even surviving right now.
Live in Chicago. Do y'all think these people finna sit the back without no EBT? You know how many I know that got like 9 kids and depend on that shit? You think they finna wait for the Democrats to stop doing this shit? They ain't. They not.
They just gonna go to jail.
I don't wanna do it.
Why are y'all threatening the government?
Feed these kids.
They want to take y'all to
sit
jail.
back and listen to their kids being hungry all day, and everybody don't even like helping each other. If we being for real around this bitch, what y'all fail to realize is
but you got your nails,
for us,
lashes done.
Maybe we need to make noise like this and start wilding the fuck out for them to hear us. Motherfuckers don't never want to come together and make a
gold chain.
Sit here and complain and let them do whatever. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You are a damn fool if you go and you spend your money during these horrible times where they're trying to take away Medicaid and stamps, and you pay your money to these big corporations.
Big corporations. This is what confuses me, and it's like maybe I haven't read enough. I don't know. You could correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But they not just taking everybody on food stamps. They just saying like, if you gonna be on food stamps, it's only for a short period of time. It's just until you get back on your feet. Just 2 years. Like, maybe I fell down a little bit, but I got back up in like 6 months, maybe 2 years. 2 years. And then even once you own it, you only gotta have like a part-time job. Okay.
The holidays, you a damn fool. Like, at what point are we gonna stand together?
They want to stop shopping at big companies because they can't get any food stamps in November. How about you also stop buying all of that hair that you have on your head?
One thing about Kathy, Kathy makes sure her residents eat, okay? We're gonna get our food stamps in New York State. I don't give a f about anywhere else. New York, we're gonna get our shit.
Look how this Joker look.
What? Are you crazy? Kathy is not playing, okay?
Look,
she's
show them why you the fuck governor, okay? Like,
look at this look on her face. So you can make videos and content online, but you can't go and get a job.
I don't know how true it is, but supposedly Trump is not issuing food stamps in November. You're taking away Medicaid.
Hurry up and spit it out.
That's what I be saying.
Y'all don't know how to record.
How much? We scamming this. We need our food stamps. Okay?
They gonna say shh.
We need our food
and you made a video.
And it don't matter.
Like, y'all are.
How many we buying food stamps for?
Short but short.
We need that.
So y'all think just food stamps is just fucked up now? Imagine when next month come or next year come and it don't be no Section 8, it don't be no half off your rent, none of that. Imagine having to pay regular rent and not even having the income to even pay regular rent because you're not getting those many hours at your job.
That's your job. Okay, be honest, this is a new season, right? This is a new new year, new me. Am I being a hater? I think My kids about to be 13 or 14. I ain't never got a tax return for my kids. Never. My daughter about to be 14. I ain't never had a tax return for my kids. Never, ever, 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 never. So, shut your ass up. Don't nobody care. I think that makes me a hater. I don't care.
Anybody make content.
Sorry for some people. I'm glad that my mom only had.
Don't care how you look.
And you know, my grandmama was there. You know, it was a villain back then when I was coming up.
Don't care how you look.
And I was born in '83.
You mean a village?
At the same time, I just feel sorry for people that has.
I can't listen to this joker no more.
This country is a joke. It's a joke. You mean to tell me they're taking food stamps out of people's mouths for the month of November? Are we talking about everybody in the country?
Food stamps out of their mouth.
SNAP benefits, food stamps for the month of November? Is that what we're like? Are we really saying that? Are we really saying, hey, we need to save some money, so we're gonna make sure underprivileged people cannot eat? The fact that we have billionaires sitting on like so much money, and they could take $1 billion out of their pocket and not skip a beat. They wouldn't skip a beat. They wouldn't hurt at.
Why don't you get a job?
I just want to document how fucked up the system is, because I have gone to 20 food pantries today.
Yeah, what does that have to do with you?
It's Friday. I have 0 food. I've gone to Catholic churches.
All the septum piercings with these women.
EBT office. Their system has been down since Tuesday. I've been trying to get a fucking card since May. Haven't got one. I haven't had access to food.
Then go keep applying for a job. Why are you here? Go work something. Go wait tables. Go do something. You're here. How do you have a phone activated?
Came here for help. They were like, just go across the street. So I did. And I was like, your office isn't even open. Can you call them? Can you help me? Can you do something?
Y'all want to know why I can't work? I can't work because I have kids.
Hit his head.
Not that I don't want to work.
Why?
I want to work.
Stop
eyes all big like this.
Home.
But
first of all, I work and I got 2 kids. Nigga. When my water broke, as a matter of fact, with my daughter, I worked up until my water broke. And then after I had my kids, I was back doing hair before my C-section scar healed all the time. And you talking about you can't do hair because you got kids. So what do you do all day? And this is the thing, this is going to be a controversial topic. Like, it's hard for me, like, it's a certain type of woman that I simply just can't be friends with, right? Like, I'm a mom too, and technically I'm a stay-at-home mom because I work from home, so I do all of that, cook and clean, tell you what I'm eating and all of that stuff. But for me, it's so annoying when I see a woman, like, if that's what you want to do and you don't want to work and you don't have any aspirations other than being a mom, then that's cool. But my daughter is about to be 14 years old and my son is about to be 13, and when I am done cooking and cleaning and getting everything together, if I'm in their face, they looking at me like, Mom, could you go do something? So if I didn't have a career, if I didn't have something else to put my attention to, I would be freaking miserable. I would literally lose my mind. And I know that there are a lot of women who are not like that, and that's fine, but it literally irritates my soul. So when I see women like, oh my god, I have children so I can't work, it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, my grandma raised 6 kids by herself working at the Marriott, and no, my grandma ain't have a bunch of baby daddies and all of that stuff. My grandpa died when my mom was a kid, before my mom was a teenager, and my grandma was alone in Detroit with 6 freaking kids and worked at the Marriott Hotel. My grandma always kept a job. Even when she didn't need her job, she still kept her job at the Marriott with a car. My grandma didn't want to drive her car. She wanted to ride the bus. So my grandma would get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, probably earlier than that, so she could catch a bus. And this is in freaking Detroit, Michigan. Mind you, there was a car in the driveway. She didn't have to do it. Everybody could have took her to work. She didn't care. That was her thing. Got on the bus and took a bus all the way from Detroit. We lived on Mark Twain between Curtis and Pickford. If you from the D, you know where that is, right? My grandma took the bus all the way from there, right around the corner from Renaissance, all the way to the Marriott Hotel, downtown Detroit. And she did that until she retired. So women that say, oh, I can't work because I have kids. Shut your lazy up.
I have kids and no support system.
No, you don't.
I moved to a completely new state away from all of my family so that I can be in a better situation.
Well, that's your fault if you moved away from your family. Get the hell off of my screen.
If SNAP benefits doesn't show up in November, I'ma say whoop-de-doo. Because at the end of the day, as a parent, you need to learn how to make a way irregardless. Number 2, they want the looting, they want the stealing, they want all this ignorant shit that y'all are professing that y'all are gonna do if it does not happen. Y'all just falling in the fucking trap. Y'all just a part of the rat race. Y'all just a part of the fucking governmental experience. Secondly, say they end up coming.
And I understand what some of y'all saying, but when y'all say like that's what they want, it's like, okay, yeah, some of the government may, but I can promise you that a business owner that it's put all of their everything into starting a business and stuff, and a lot of the times, even though you think it's a big box company, for example, like when I was in high school, I had a job at Baskin Robbins, and that Baskin Robbins, although Baskin Robbins is this huge corporation, it was a franchise owned by an old lady and her husband and her kids, and they ran the whole thing. So if you are looting and they're a victim of that, you're not sticking it to the man by doing that. What you're doing is hurting other people that have freaking businesses, right? If they would have looted, that stuff don't be happening in Nevada, at least where I live. But if they were to do that, they wouldn't be hurting the government. You're not sticking it to the man. You're hurting your environment. And then all of the businesses around you end up closing, and then you complain saying, oh, there are no businesses. Unpopular opinion, that's the same thing that's happening in the stores, right? Everybody picketed Target. None of y'all are buying at Target and all of that stuff, where that's where all of the black brands were at. So once y'all stop shopping there, guess what? They're not making any money, and they're not doing it to make y'all feel good. So y'all all stop shopping because it's sticking it to the man, right? But what really happened is you, black people, you were responsible for all of these black brands now not being in the store. Why? Because the way that it works, right? You get your products, whenever you get your products inside of Walmart or one of those big box stores like that, what they do, Walmart or Target, they will make one big purchase order. So they'll say, okay, I'll give you, and of course I'm just randomly throwing numbers out. They'll say, okay, I'll give you $50,000, or I'll give you $20,000 for this many units, right? And so they're like, okay, cool. So then that black brand, they give them, let's say they order 20,000 units, right? So that would be $1 a bottle. Obviously I'm not giving you exact numbers, but it's $1 a bottle. They order 20,000 units, right? So they get, let's say they get $40,000 for 20,000 units, and that's all they're getting. So the Target has already spent the money. They've already given them that $40,000. So the reason that Target has those they have those 20,000 units, and they paid $40,000. the price is going to be more. Why? Because Target wants to make a profit. So if they sell it to what they sold it to, what they bought it for, then they're not gonna make any money, right? So let's say they sold it to her, she sold it to them for $10 a bottle, then they're gonna sell it to you for $20 a bottle, so they can make their money back and a profit, right? But if the customers say, I'm no longer shopping there, I'm not shopping at Walmart anymore, I'm not shopping at Target anymore, I'm not coming in and buying Tabitha Brown's products, or I'm not coming in and buying whatever little Team Natural products that y'all like that were in Target, I'm not buying these products anymore. Guess what? Now Target is sitting on all of these products that they cannot move. The products are literally just sitting there. So you know what they say? They say, okay, I'm not buying these products again because I spent $40,000 thinking that I was gonna double my money, and not only did I not double my money, nobody's buying it. So I literally just set $40,000 on fire. So I'm gonna put these that are on the shelf, I'm gonna put them on sale so somebody will buy the shit, and then I'm not purchasing this again. So then to the outside world, these brands are no longer on the shelves, and then people tell you, oh, it's because they black. No, it don't have anything to do with that. Black people got these products off the shelves. Y'all shut down y'all own businesses every time. I'm not a Tabitha Brown fan. I don't dislike her, but I'm not like, oh my god, Tabitha Brown is everything. But in this video, she literally told y'all that, but everybody took offense to it. Everybody was like, oh, Tabitha Brown just saying that because she want to make sure she making money. No, she was trying to warn you of literally what I just said, but nobody want to listen. Let's watch real quick.
Many other people, and what I can tell you is, if we all decide to boycott and be like, no, we're not spending no money at these organizations, listen, I get it, and if that's how you feel in it, I 1000% get it. But so many of us will be affected, and our sales will drop, our business will be hurt. And if any of you know business, it doesn't just happen overnight where you can just go take all your stuff and pull it off the shelves. There's a process, and then you gotta, like, where you gonna put it? You gotta have a place to store it. That's money, right? You gotta have another place to sell it, which is almost impossible sometimes. And even if you sell online, it's a process when it comes to business. And everyone does not have the funds or the means or the availability, the space to house their own products, right? But the thing that concerns me the most, and I want you to hear me and hear me well, if we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, you know, I can't buy nothing from there, even the businesses who were affected by the DEI ban, right? What that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down. And then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing. And they can remove them from the shelves and then put their preferred businesses on the shelves. And then what happens to all the businesses who've worked so hard to get where they are? Then what happens, right? Now, I know that something that could solve it is ownership of these big corporations, right? It's a long way to go there. There are amazing companies like the Village Market in Atlanta, right, who support small businesses, and you can go in there and there's some amazing things that you can buy. But it's one store, and it's very small. We're talking about mass market, and buy specific brands that you want to support, and let the other things, right, not get your money. But be very specific. There's so many women, right, that have worked hard to be a woman-owned business. Donna's Recipe is women, two women, me and Gina, who is my business partner. We are self-funded. We're self-funded. And we are on shelves in limited doors in Target, right? Other companies, right? There's a Black History Month that's coming right now, and all of these brands are about to be showcased, some of them for the first time. And of course, they would do something like this right now, but they still need their moment. They still need our support. Only if you feel like you can and you're willing to. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm telling you what, as a business owner, what we still need.
Just watch that. You heard it yourself. She literally tried to warn you years ago, but anything she said, everybody get their panties in the book.
Say they end up coming. Y'all done went in all this uproar. They come a few days later. Y'all done did all this bullshit instead of thinking of ways of how to budget your October's food stamps. Sitting down and figuring out how can you continuously feed your family, because
government assistance is not promised.
How about stop screwing, making a bunch of babies, and instead get a job, get a husband? Don't have no husband, shouldn't be screwing.
Now let me be real for a second. No food stamps because of the government shutdown just proves what some of us already know.
My God, deep voice lashes, all this pink wide back.
The fucking new. Depending on a system that can flip a switch and leave you starving is a setup for fucking disaster. Like, they don't give a fuck if your fridge is empty. They don't care if your kids go to bed hungry.
Why should they?
And honestly, it feels like they wanted this chaos, if you ask me. Keep the people desperate, keep the people distracted, and keep the power right where the fuck they want it. But here's the thing, though. Like, it's time for us to start building plan Bs, y'all. Like,
no, y'all taking them
to a point with the government because they just showed us they not coming to save us. Not saying it's gonna be easy, but come on now, y'all. Survival has not been handed to us.
You gotta go. Get off my screen, please.
If the government don't get that budget together, nobody is getting EBT for the month of November, December, January, and so on and so on.
Don't do nothing with y'all
So, ain't gonna be no Doritos, no ho-hos. Y'all not gonna be having no crab.
Shower.
Y'all gonna be having none of that. Y'all gonna be go back take it old school. Hot dogs and beans. That's it.
Or you can
put it on some bread. That's about it.
The main reason I had so many kids to begin with was because I knew I didn't want to work and I wanted to live off child support. So I was going to have as many kids as I possibly could with as many men as I possibly could so I could get child support from all the men. Because child support is capped. Like, there's like a certain percentage that men can pay out of their paycheck. Like, you can't take their entire paycheck. So I knew I could get more money if I had children with multiple men. But I also, after like my 5th child, I think it was, between my 5th and 6th child, is when like mom influencers became like a big thing. So I thought, oh, like the bigger the family, the easier it would be for me to become a mom influencer. And so I was trying to have at least 11 because that seems like the amount where it starts like grabbing people's attention. But then after like my 9th kid, the Lord convicted me. He said, you can't post your children online. It's not safe. And so I decided to stop.
There's no way.
At 9 kids because now I do get a decent amount of money through child support and I am able to get food stamps.
9 kids manipulating the system, food stamps. Look at this.
That's why I'm on the road to getting myself off of this because anything can happen. Like, this is what we're dealing with right now.
Get off of it. Stop relying on the government to feed you. And if you can't feed yourself, why are you keeping laying on your back making babies?
Y'all need to get y'all's families together and have a big family meeting about how the holidays is motherfucking canceled. Yeah, cancel all of this shit. Everything is canceled, okay? Don't go out there buying all of these gifts, all of these presents. Don't go out there buying all of this. Furthermore, you need to start cutting down on your spending and stop buying unnecessary.
Yes, you're right. Let's start with the fake hair that you have on your head and those fingernails. Stop buying unnecessary stuff. Wear your own hair and take care of your own fingernails.
Stuff, okay? Because the only way we're gonna affect these people is to hit their pocket.
This my hair, so I'm not offended, but these are not my nails. And sir, don't nobody say nothing to you about that lineup that you got in the little lineup right here. So don't do that. Because these is cute. But I'm not you. But and your eyeballs don't work either. Just like my eyeballs don't work. So don't do that. Cause I got on nails too. But you one of my favorites. Don't do that. But you right. But you are right about that. You can have bald head fingers and be bald head for real. If you gonna complain about food stamps, I agree. Your nails shouldn't be extra done, but don't.
They don't give a damn about us.
I just got that motherfucking Snap benefit text from my phone talking about motherfucking bridge cards and Snap EBT gonna be cut the fuck off in November.
Foul mouth joker.
You better stay out of my way, cause me and my kids gonna eat regardless. I'm pulling up, getting groceries, and soon as that shit say decline, we scrolling on up that bitch. They can't stop us all, y'all. Food is a necessity.
They can stop your ass.
You gonna cut off food, Trump? Food? How we we gonna eat?
Get a job.
Quick food stamp update, and I say this in the nicest way, y'all, I promise.
What the fuck is going on?
But you're gonna have to get a job. Big beautiful bill requirements have gone into effect for SNAP. You're going to have to get a job. Go ahead and Google your state and look at the updated
Everybody
requirements.
has a job. Why is this like?
You're gonna have to get a job.
You've been receiving these benefits for years and years and years and years and years. You probably needed to been getting up on your feet and putting yourself in a position to where you no longer needed to be on assistance, because the assistance is not designed to become a way of living. Assistance is not to ensure that you're going to be a stay-at-home mom. Assistance is to help you to get up on your feet so you can get a job so that you can provide for yourself and for your family.
Y'all keep making all these posts saying November we're not getting no food stamps and they not getting no.
Oh my God.
What do they'll figure it out like they do per usual. Them food stamps don't last a whole month anyway.
Who else is going through their house looking for things to sell?
Just women.
Place for money to buy groceries, to pay a light bill until you get a paycheck.
I got one thing to say. Don't touch my check. Don't touch my check. Don't touch no taxes. Don't even think about looking at my check. Don't touch my check. Just don't touch my check.
The thing about working in a grocery store is that so many people are in EBT, and it's wild because that is something that is being taken away or lessened, and y'all don't actually grasp how many people use it. People who come through my line, let's say 100 people come through my line, in the hour at least 80 people use EBT. This administration and like what's happening in the White House, it affects so many more people than you think. I've seen people come in with their Chanel bags, EBT. I've seen people come in with.
But you know what? This is the thing. This is the thing. So, as an American, am I supposed to feel bad that? Am I supposed to feel bad that a person that's walking around with a Chanel bag has to now pay for their own food? Because I go grocery shopping and there's 5 people in my house and we be eating good. I go grocery shopping every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks I spend about $300. No, what the hell? No, every 2 weeks I spend about $200. Let's say about $200. So every 2 weeks I spend about $200. So you do the math. So if you have that purse was most likely like groceries for the month. So girl, go pawn your purse. Like, that's so annoying. No, I don't
5-6 kids, EBT.
I'm out of food stamps, but let me show you what I got at home to make it do what it do to feed these kids.
My God.
A budget-friendly meal, $20 or less, $10.
Your body takes up the whole camera. It's not even big enough.
I got a bag of potatoes, and I got a bag.
My goodness.
Being a food stamp caseworker is not for the weak. I've been cussed out 2 times already this morning.
I'm sorry, boo.
But I still show up to work every day.
It's just like, I don't understand. Like, how does assistance turn into forever? That's just what I don't get. But I don't know. I hope that this video made sense, and I hope y'all can start looking into like the actions that y'all take and understanding that like the internet is freaking forever, and the decisions that you make now, they literally last forever. But this was the last video of the day, so if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and leave me some comments below. And if you like my reaction videos, then make sure you email me at this email address and send me a link to the next video that you want me to react to. Thank you, boo, for this video, and until my next one, bye.